Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of inspiration and realness. Also, this is the YouTube channel vlog show of positivity, personality, and fun. This is Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, and now the perpetrator of these shenanigans, Big Beefy E himself from his Big Beefy Man Cave in New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Shenanigans himself, and the two-time Chilling 3000 2022 End of the Year Awards winner, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is episode 831 of the show. How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are having had a wonderful day. And August is almost coming to an end, ladies and gentlemen, as we're about less than 6 hours away from the end of August and the beginning of September, ladies and gentlemen. That means September usually means the end of summer vacation for all the youngins out there as they go back to school for some reading, writing, arithmetic, and some education. And I know education has not been the same. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into any political stuff or anything like that because that's not what my channel is for. My channel is for fun and entertainment and great content and pure content as well. And I will reinforce that in separate videos outside the show so we can start and prepare to have a great second season of the show. I'm still working on some thumbnails. I'm trying to get fonts that will be perfect for some of my segments in my videos. Bear with me because you're going to see also the intros. The intros, they will be the same, but I'm going to make some few changes with the intros later on down the road in the second season. So hopefully it won't take too long to do so because a lot of crazy things have been happening in my life. So just be well aware, okay? So just want to let you know, and hopefully you guys can know and understand. Well, the thing here is, as we continue on the 30th, it's the 30th anniversary Power Ranger Celebration Week. That's what I've been doing, and I noticed there's been a lot of dislike, only one dislike each video that I have done on this, and I think now I want to remind good people out there, it's just my personal favorites, you know, and it's just my personal favorites in my opinion, in my heart, you know, what I'm thinking. Now, you guys may have different opinions about the lists I made and may not like the choices I make when it comes to those lists, because these lists have been pretty tough for me to do. After watching 30 years worth of Power Rangers, and we're going into Cosmic Fury at the end of September, towards the end of September, and I gotta tell you, it's going to be crazy deals, man, let me tell you. So, bearing that in mind, though, I have now, as you know, my first list was my personal top 10 favorite Power Ranger female crushes. Alright? The second list was my personal top 10 favorite male Power Rangers. So there's that. The third one that I did was my personal top 10 favorite Sixth Rangers and the suits and all. But now, this one another difficult list I had to make. My personal top 10 favorite Power Ranger Megazords. Now, it could be many different Megazord and many different Megazord formations. This was a tough list for me to do. I'm going to start off with the, before I give you the list, I'm going to get my honorable mentions. One of the mentions I'm going to make is the, I'm trying to think, give me a second here. The Gosei Grand Megazord from Megaforce. I like the fact that, you know, that Robo Knight can transform into a Megazord himself. I thought that was a really cool deal. And he's also one of my honorable mentions for my personal 6 Power Ranger favorites. The Gosei Grand Megazord, which is the Gosei Ground Megazord, I think it was really super cool to have the own Megazord, and just it looked totally awesome. So the Gosei Grand Megazord was one of them. Another of my, I usually have five honorable mentions, and another one that will come to mind is both the Q-Rex Megazord from Super Megaforce and the Quantosaurus Rex Megazord from Time Force, because they both sound the same. The QX Megazord from Super Mega Force is more like the advanced version of the Quantosaurus. And plus, it's a triple changer. Drill, Dino Mode, and Warrior Mode, which is, like, super cool. I mean, hello, you know. And then the Quantosaurus Rex Megazord, you get to, control by remote and everything else. Has missiles in one of his hands. That was super cool. So those are two of the five... two of the five honorable mentions. Sorry, folks. Bear with me here. The fourth of my five honorable mentions will have to go with... I'm trying to see if I can compute here. I'm trying to remember all the Zords. The Defender Toro Zord. Well, like I said about the Magna Defender being one of my personal favorite 6 Rangers because of the fact that he's got the ability to transform into a Zord himself and then pilot the Toro Zord. So the Defender Toro Zord, gotta like the combination of both, and I think it's really cool. Have a Mega Defender and Toro Zord to form the Defender Toro Zord. I think that was pretty cool. My fifth and final honorable mention for my favorite Megazords will have to go to the Claw Battle Zord, and the Claw Battle Zord able to have 4 different faces of each direction. North, south, east, west. I mean, how cool is that? And I thought that was pretty cool itself. So, those honorable mentions are out of the way. Here are my top 10 favorite Power Rangers. A lot of people probably will think you're leaving out a lot of Zords. I know. This was a difficult... Like I said, this is my personal list to make. It's not from any website or anything like that. It's just my personal view. Personal point of view, I should say, what my favorite Power Ranger Megazords are. So, let's go down the list, go from 10 to 1. Flashpoint Megazord for Operation Overdrive, piloted by Tyzon the Mercury Ranger. I thought it was one of the coolest Zords ever. Have a fire truck and 2, like, rescue police cars and form a Megazord. I thought it was super cool. I'm doing that. I like the part when they're about to form a Megazord and Tyzon grabs his little handle and yanks it up like this, and the Zord springs up, which I think was so super cool. So, number 9, also from Operation Overdrive, the Battlefleet Megazord. Now, this was a cool-looking Zord, a cool-looking Megazord, and it's like, Transport's got rotating fists and all that, and it was a big thing, like a big battle. It's like a big battle fleet. I thought it was so super cool. So that's number 9. Number 8, the Terra Charge Megazord, piloted by Ivan, the gold Dino Charge Ranger from Dino Charge. I thought this was a super cool Zord. I mean, when it was in evil mode, when Fury was controlling it, it had the cape and the mask on, and then came off, and just it was so cool. So it had the cool looking design. So that's number 8. Number 7, the Conga Zord from Wild Force that forms the bison, the polar bear, and the polar bears and the gorilla. The polar bear brothers and the gorilla. I thought it's like the sort of fierceness and strength, and it was very, very strong. I thought it was so super cool to see that. Number 6, the Predazord, piloted from Wild Force, actually. The Congazords from Wild Force. Predazords from Wild Force, piloted by Merrick, the Luna Wolf Ranger. One of my personal favorite 6 Rangers because of the fact that he has the Lunar Q and all that. The cool thing about the Predazord is it had an evil mode, like an org mode, when he was the Naku, and then when Merrick became good again and became a Ranger, it had I think in Gao Ranger, the Sentai series, it was called Gao Hunter Justice. I thought it was pretty cool. So it is the Predazord. It's still called the Predazord in Wild Force, though. It consists of the Alligator Zord, a Hammerhead Shark Zord, and the Wolf Zord. And it had a cool weapon. The Gator Stat can be used also as a Poo Q to help out the Armadillo Zord, one time defeating Zanaku with that weapon. So I thought that was totally cool. So that's number 6. Number 5, representing Samurai Super Samurai, the Samurai Megazord. I thought it was really cool. The cool part is when the Samurai Megazord helmet, like those katana helmets, the Kabuto helmets they wore, the Japanese samurai wore, and when he places it on the head and you see the string come up at the bottom and tie it up, I thought that was really super cool. And so I thought that was totally awesome. Number 4, the Samurai Star Megazord, piloted from Ninja Storm, piloted by Cam, the Green Samurai Ranger. How cool is this Zord? It has the same cockpit as all the other Rangers do, and but instead of having the ninja balls come out of the chest of the Megazord, the Samurai Star Megazord just acts like it's summoning a fireball, which is all super cool. And it was a helicopter. Helicopter transformed to a Zord. How cool is that? All right, so that's number 4. Number 3, from the second season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Mega Tiger Zord, is what happens when you have Tommy the White Ranger's White Tiger Zord combined with the Thunder Zord Assault Team. You get the Mega Tiger Zord. I thought that was super cool. Number 2. This was a tough one. This was a tough one between the Mega Dragon Zord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1. Having the Dragon Zord combined with 3 of the Zords, the Saber-Tooth Tiger, Triceratops, and Mastodon Dino Zords, and usually is piloted by the core team. And there was a couple times that Tommy helped pilot the Zord as well. And I thought it was really one of the coolest things ever to see the Dragon Zord and Megazord combine forces to form the Mega Dragon Zord. And my number 1 personal top 10 favorite Power Ranger Megazord, the Shogun Megazord from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3. It resembled the Ninja Zords, the heads of the animals, but it was a cool. I think the helmet of the Shogun Megazord was cool. The crane, it formed the crane helmet. I thought it was totally awesome. So I thought it was really one of the coolest Megazords ever. So these are my top 10 favorite Power Ranger Megazords. Me. All right. So that is all there is. I think to conclude this week tomorrow, and this is going to be probably the toughest list of all to make. My personal top 10 favorite Power Ranger episodes. If I have to, if I get one from each season, which is pretty tough, again, 30 episodes. I'll probably do a lot of crossover. A lot of these episodes will be crossover episodes from each team. I think those are all my personal favorites, so I will do that. And I thought those always been the coolest episodes ever in each Ranger team, so why the heck not? So that will be, as far as standout episodes, pretty tough. Pretty tough. So I'll try to figure everything out in the meantime, between time. All right. So that's all the time we have. Episode 831 of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode 9 of Top of the Shenanigan charts, because that's what you'll see it on. And I'll see you in the next episode. Until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Lima speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, Door for Bob Saget production, and in association with A Sweet Bowl for Raving Dingleberries Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another great episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Until the next episode, goodbye for now.